Hi, welcome to this week's video. It is 5 makeup tricks for tired eyes. This video barely happened. I have not been feeling my best for the past 6 days. I've missed work. I sound a little hoarse and crummy. Good thing it was just the crud and nothing else. But I went back to work yesterday and I did a social media post about how sometimes when you don't feel well, it's really good to put yourself together and pretend like you do feel well, and that seeing yourself in that mode actually makes you feel differently in your situation. So when I got ready for work and I saw myself in the mirror, I actually felt better. My physical appearance made me feel better on the inside. And so there are some amazing makeup tricks that you can utilize if you are under the weather, not feeling well, tired, strung out, whatever, to deal with tired eyes. That's going to be the focal point of today's makeup tutorial. I will do the entire face just to complete the whole thing. But I want to start with the most important thing, which is treating the eye area. I love Sunday Riley's Auto Correct. It's a great eye cream that has caffeine in it, among other things. And what I like to do is pump out a decent amount, put it in my under eye area, and then here's the other thing. When we don't feel well and we're sleeping a lot, we tend to hold fluid around the eyes just from lying, as well as just fluid retention that happens when we're sick. So I use my CO cryo drop that I keep in the refrigerator, and I then take this and I blend in the autocorrect cream, and this has a magnificent cooling effect. So it helps to massage the under eye area and it gets that fluid out. It enables the cream to get massaged in and to penetrate. But that cooling effect and the massage around the eye area really, to me, is the starting point for all of this. I do this every day, whether I'm sick or not. This is how I start, because this girl likes to sleep. And so there you have it. There are some amazing tricks here that will really lift and take away from the discoloration, the puffiness, the dragging down of the eyes that can happen when we're not well or we're tired. So let me get the foundation on, and we're going to start with step number 1. Really the first thing when it comes to makeup tricks, and that is focus on the eyebrows. Anything that you can do above the lower eye to draw attention upward is really going to help brighten and awaken your eyes. Big, bold brows are in, so take your time with either your pen, your pomade, your shadow, whatever you prefer to use, and go in. I like NYX Lift and Snatch. Basically it's a brow pen, and it's great for me or anybody who has microbladed eyebrows, or if you like to create that look. You just go in with your pen, and I just bottom out first my lower part of my brow, sort of as my border, and then I will go in and fill the rest. Just literally like you're in art class drawing on some eyebrows. But putting your emphasis up top takes away from what's going on below. And you'll see as it all pulls together. You know, a brow at first with no makeup on always looks really, really strong until you get the makeup, and then it all makes sense. This is a great opportunity to go for symmetry. If your brows are uneven, one rides a little bit higher than the other, you can make up for that with how you shade or highlight your brows. And this is actually like an ink, and I'll let it dry, and then I'll go in with a little spoolie and do some smudging just to soften it a little bit. As I've mentioned in previous videos, I like to leave a few gaps in there, not fill in the whole thing, because that's how a natural brow is. You've got areas of thickness and areas that are a little sparse. So the more you can replicate that, the more natural it's going to look. Okay, so big, strong brows, number 1. Number 2, really eyeshadow colors. Avoid anything that has pinkish or reddish undertones because that will only play into maybe the redness in your eyes just from being sick, or the purple and deeper undertones going on underneath the eye, which we will color correct in a little bit. But I'm going to stick with primarily nude colors. I featured this palette before. This is Pretty Cool by Dose, and the colors, as you can see, are very, very neutral. So I'm going to go in with this second shade right here, kind of a light to a medium brown, and focus on my eyelid, carrying that up into the crease. I do have lash extensions, by the way. We'll talk about that in just a minute. They can be very helpful for you in creating an open eye look. I've been to a lot of different places and I found a gal who I really, really love. I think she's so good at applying extensions, and I've been very happy with them. And of course it saves a lot of time when it comes to either mascara application, falsies, or the magnetic lashes, which you know I love so much. But these extensions have been lasting almost 3 weeks. It's kind of crazy. And this is kind of on the sparse end of things, which is shocking, I know. Okay, so lid on up, a nice light to medium neutral tone of a brown, a color that can be worn by practically everybody. And all you're trying to do is just to create some warmth and some depth. And in this case too, some height. This also plays into the hooded eye, of which I've done an eye makeup tutorial on, to make sure you're getting your shadow high enough to open up the eye. And that's really important when we're talking about tired eyes. Tired eyes have a tendency to look heavy and to look closed. Again, that fluid retention on the lid can play a big part of that. So, and just the fatigue closes up our eyes. So how do we open them? How do we get that bright-eyed look? Well, again, it's the choice of color and where you place that color. So we are lifting the eye. As you can see, I'm now going higher with that color. It's not overpowering, but do you see how it's giving some openness already? So now I'm going to take this darker color here on the outside, and I'm just going to block in the outer part of the eye going up, the last third of the eye. So gently kind of smudging and finishing out that part to give just a little bit of a lift and openness. See, that already helps. And like I said, having lashes already does simplify things. And the upside is that even when you're sick and tired, there's just something about having lashes on that somehow makes you feel like you got something going on, right? Can't explain it. So now I'm just going to take a blending brush and blend these colors just sort of up and out. Perfect. I did not have that color choice in this palette. What I'm looking for is a highlight color. So I've got my Violet Voss Olive You Forever palette. And what I want to do is use the white here in two places. Number one, I'm going to use it as an inner eye highlight. It will serve as a reflector to bring the attention to the eye and not under the eye. And I will also use it as a real tight brow bone highlight as well. So I just go in with a little flat brush because this is more precise. So just right here, inner corner. This also helps to discolor any redness that you might have there, just from not feeling well and having tired and irritated eyes. And just right here underneath my brow. Again, for a lifting effect. Okay, that's good. Here's where things get just a wee bit different from how I normally do things. So my focal point, again, is keeping everything upward. So I'm going to use a liquid eyeliner by Gentry Kelly. And I'm just gonna hug really close to my upper lash line right here and do the outer third and just give it just a tiny little wing. Just tiny, 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 tiny little lift. That's it. I need to hold them down or else they'll get stuck. Again, not too much, not too far, but it just gives a little bit of thickness to that outer rim of the lashes. There we go. I'm also not going all the way in because that closes in the eye. And by putting that highlighter right here on the inner corners, gives us some width and some openness. So that's it, eyeliner wise. And now I'm going to do another trick to help open the eyes, and I'm actually using a white eyeliner. This is by L'Oreal Infallible, and white opens and brightens. So I'm going to use this, and I'm just going to line the lower inner rim of my eye with the white. And this really helps to brighten a tired eye. It actually helps to make the whites of the eyes come out, and it creates an openness to the eye. So that's it. We've got everything upward and outward focused. I'm now going to take my spoolie and just sort of brush in these brows a little, just to kind of soften. I've got another spoolie here, just for the lashes. All right, so that helped a lot with the eyes upward. Now let's take care of what's going on below, and that would be color correction. The most important step when you are dealing with tired eyes. You usually have blue and purple pigmentation going on underneath the eyes in the forms of dark circles, puffiness, anything that shows through needs to be covered. A peach-toned color corrector works wonders in that area. So I will do just a few dabs in the area where I need it, and then I will follow that up with concealer on top of it. But we are simply neutralizing those blue and purple tones. Now I'll come in with my concealer. Sharp. Sharp. Tarte. Shape Tape. I married Tarte and Shape, and I got Sharp, which is what I'm not at the moment. But that's okay. That's okay. Yes. Concealer on top. And I'm just patting the stuff in because I need it. Again, nothing on the lower lid. No pencil, no shadow, no nothing. Everything's gonna be top focused to help wake up these eyes. Okay, time to complete the makeup look and pull it all together. Ta-da! 5 makeup tricks for tired eyes, as simple as can be. It's amazing the difference just a few well-applied techniques can really make in terms of how your eyes appear and how you feel. Oh wait, my last little trick, but it's not a makeup one, involves these. The Lumify eye drops. If you have not tried them, they are everything. So they will immediately cut out any redness that's in your eye, and your eyes will glow white. Give it a few seconds. Look at those suckers. I know, amazing. I hope this was helpful for you. It most certainly was for me. As you know, all of the products will be listed in the description portion below, so you'll get to see what I've used for the entire look. A lot of colors that really play well into fall. Comment section is where you get to lay out what it is that you're looking for, and I'm always checking through to see what's on your mind, so please continue to do that. Social media is where you find me during the week, especially on Instagram and Facebook. I love connecting with you there. Like the video, give it a thumbs up if you found this to be helpful. Share it with people that you know. Grow the community and continue to subscribe as you do. I appreciate that. That way you're notified via email every time I release a video, which is Thursday at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. Per usual, thank you for being with me. I'm so happy I'm able to be here with you this Thursday. It was close. It was on the edge. I didn't think it was going to happen. And yet, here we are. Go out, be bold and be blessed. And I will see you next week. Bye-bye.